Yo, so what's good, Kazi?
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Dallas is good, bro. Dallas is good. It's definitely a good change from New York City for me. I've been out here for a few months. Right now, I'm here. The main focus is there's a lot of fresh music that we're working on out of here. So last December was when I first came to see what's going on here, what I can do with the music. Me and my childhood friend, my brother Sanjin, and he lives out here, and he's really been my my push. We worked on Kikoilo, and I flew out acid here almost immediately in like 2 days, and I was like, hey, we found this new producer, this new studio. His sound is amazing, and I think Bangladesh Bangladesh and our most of our fans from all over the world will definitely be glad or rise from the dead, because we've been gone for so long. But this new music, I was telling Acid that, hey, come out here, because I feel like now it could be for the whole world. Came out here, we did Kikoilo, and then we did this other song called Keki Chai, and that's really like, I gotta play it for you. I don't think you've heard it yet. And then we got the whole crew together, and then we came back down here from April. So April, May. From April on, like end of April, I think April 20th we got here, and from April on until now, we finished recording everything in 2 weeks. So we had Acid here, we had Extro here, I myself was here, we had Dre here. No, keep going straight. It was such a crazy journey, which I'll get to later, but we finished recording, and then we just been mixing and just kind of been going back to the drawing boards, because the music is fresh and different, and each track is different in the vibe that it brings. So we've been just kind of curing and marinating. We originally did want to release for Eid, but then we realized that it would be a little too fast if we just dropped it without like at least working on some videos and stuff like that. So that's what we're slowly gearing towards, and inshallah, maybe by the end of the year, we'll be able to release. But I'm excited more because it's the new wave of music.
Çok nama.
Hey, çok nama.
Çok.
Ki? Çok nama.
Çok.
Ha? Çok nama.
Çok.
Koi? Çok nama.
Çok.
কার সাথে কথা কয় চোখ নামা
কার সাথে
চিনোস আমি কার বাপ চোখ নামা
চিনোস তুই
বরিশালের ছেলে আমি চোখ নামা
Acid has done a phenomenal job, by the way. I know he's not with us right now, but I think everyone here will agree with all the other artists in the album too. Everyone's done a great job, but we were able to extract out of Acid some phenomenal tracks that I feel like old fans of us, people that even had at least heard at least one of our songs, and that's looking forward to like a good rap treat to the ears.
I mean,
I feel like
Sean
Acid
has
really
to
has
bring it
delivered.
because you
Has delivered.
You and Acid are the faced artists of this album in general. But I think, per our expectation, per my and Kazi's conversation, even before all this journey started, we were like, we're kind of like,
how do we go about it? Right.
Is Sean there? But when Sean came, we told him exactly what we wanted from him, and he executed. I mean, just want to give the fans what they deserve. 10 years is too long, and that was one of the biggest things with me and Kazi.
I wish we could drop tons of tracks as a.
But life, with there's other obstacles in life. You have to, you have personal life, and then you have this other scene. I mean, there's a lot going on, but I think all in all, I mean, Kazi deserves a big credit too on this album. I think there's time.
We are all part of this. It's not, it's not just one person, and that's the most beautiful thing about it, because we are all family first,
Right.
and then we're in this music thing to show to the world. So it's like this is not even us, but you know, we are family first, and everything else that's coming up, like we're gonna show what we were always capable of. Just because we were gone for 10 years did not mean that we died in terms of creativity or something like that. So I think, you know, that's very important to distinguish. But we believe in less talk and more action, and let our music speak for itself, and then everything else is gonna come.
To all the Desi hip hop fans out there.
Yeah. So it's just like Bangla jeta bole kotha kom ar ki kaj beshi. Stoic Bliss 3.
যদি রাস্তায় দেখো সামাই যেন শুনি সালাম ছাড়া আর কিছু না বাংলা রাপের বাপ আমি
Not just back home in Bangladesh, but everywhere is familiar with hip hop. You know what I mean?
Right.
I grew up in Queens, in New York City.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm Bangladeshi. I'm American. I'm a Queens kid. I'm a Queens native. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm coming from the birthplace of hip hop.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your childhood, your upbringing. So when did you move to the U.S.?
Okay, so I was born back home in Bangladesh, and I grew up in Dhaka. That's the city, that's the capital. In an area called Mohammadpur. Shout out to all my people from Mohammadpur.
Yeah.
But basically, I can't just shout out Mohammadpur. I gotta shout out the whole country and the city. But shout out to Dhaka city and Bangladesh just in general.
Yeah.
But you know, so I grew up in Dhaka, and then I moved to Queens when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
And you know, my parents are very hardworking immigrants. We came out here to in search of a better life, better education, and everything. And
so you were 10 years
just
old?
Been out here. I was 10 years old when I came.
Okay, okay. How was that experience for you?
That
As a
experience,
10-year-old?
you know, it was different for me, right? Because
Yeah.
it was interesting because when I came, there weren't as many. I mean, the Bangladeshi community or the Desi community, like the Indian and the Pakistani people, they were already here from before, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
it's like we were kind of the first wave of that immigrant generation to come out here to fill.
From
you know,
Bangladesh,
Queens,
you
from
mean?
Bangladesh, yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You know, my dad came in the 80s. The Bengali side, I guess, always remained in me. So in Queens, it's like, you know, where I grew up, like in Astoria, Woodside, Jackson Heights, that area, and then all the Bengalis that live around that area, like, you know, we have it's not a tight-knit community, but it's like there's a lot of interaction. So you see Bengali people, you're going to Jackson Heights, you're buying the grocery, you're smelling the shutki, and you know, you're eating the cha and the vendor food and all of that.
Yeah.
So, you know, the culture always remained. And you know, that was, I think, also important in nurturing and not forgetting where we come from. Let's create something in Bangla where we can bring the culture that we grew up with in New York. And that's when I got my friends together. I got Acid, Bishop, you know, Bapi. We grew up, we go way back, you know, and we grew up from way back. And I got all of them together. It was Taz, you know, Extro, Fly, me and Severe, and I just got all of them together. I was like, listen, you know, it's the hip hop we grew up with out here. We can't just bring it all in English back home.
Right.
And most people will not be able to relate to it.
Yeah,
right?
that makes sense. Yeah.
And even if you know English, like, it's just not going to be appealing.
Of course.
So, you know, we're like, okay, let's put some Bangla elements in it.
Okay.
And that's how we started working on that first album, where if you go through the tracks, I mean, it's been like 11, 12 years now, but if you go through the tracks now, we put in a variety of what hip hop, you know, exhumed. And at that time, like, you know, that's what it showed. It exuded that, you know, we had the story tracks, we had the party tracks, you know, we had Abar Jigai. Like, Abar Jigai itself was like, it was just like my brainchild. It just came to me like, okay, how can I do a song? How can I do a song that's gonna attract everyone's attention? But we're not from back home. Right? So you can't come see us in Dhanmondi and Kolabagan and Mohammadpur or wherever if you like our stuff. So we need to drop something that's relevant, people will get and identify with instantaneously, like just right away. So I was like, all right, let's do a song where we name the places everyone's from and everyone knows. Let's do the Gulshan Bonani.
Yeah.
Let's do the Dhanmondi Paach number. I'm like, I don't have to be there, but these are real places with real people living there. And this is how we can bring the, you know, everybody will be like, oh, all these things that I'm hearing in the song, they're all familiar because I've been to those places. I've eaten the foods, the andar biryani, the mostaki mirchap. But yeah, that's how Abar Jigai was. So we got the crew together. We approached Double R, shout out Rajiv Bhai, and you know, and we were like, yo, this is the new movement we want to do, and we want to bring not just Bangla rap, but you know, we want to make this into the first Bengali hip hop movement. We actually had that in the poster of the first album. But you know, it was gonna take time, and we also understood that. We understood that once we drop it, love it or hate it, it's still gonna take time to pick up, right? And that's exactly what happened. Now, 10, 12 years later, if I'm asking you, Raf, what's going on back home, and then you show me all these artists and rappers, and you already know how it is back home with, you know, it's booming. We just want everybody to grow in a positive way, because hate will only consume you, right? And you know, you cannot have a negative view on people, on other people, because then it shows a negative view on yourself. So, you know, you have to always be positive, because there's enough shit in the day that brings us down already. Just dealing with life. If I had to worry about you bringing me down, then that's a full-time job that I'm not going to get paid for. So I don't got time for that shit.
And the thing that I always say is that if somebody's hating on you, like, you're getting free real estate in that dude's head. You know, and like he markets the fuck out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then he's talking about you everywhere.
Yeah, it's like I gave him a Jomi in my head, and I'm like, yo.
বাংলা রাপের বাপ আমি ওদের ভাই পাতা জন্মদাতা যত কুকি চুকি খুঁটি বাজে কাজী আর আলবাম তোদের বার করবে না তোরা আমার লেভেলে না ম্যাটার ফ্যাক্ট বসিস আমার টেবিলে না